Time to see what the wizards are up to.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How's it going? Thanks for letting us take a week off last week. Well, we didn't really give you a choice. I think many of you know that we have a big family. We have 7 kids and, oh, my phone's beeping. 7 kids, and we had 0 puppies at the beginning of COVID. Now we have 2 puppies. So we're pretty busy. Getting ready for the holidays was a lot of preparation work. And after the holidays was a lot of work too. So for example, our daughter is really into Legos, and this is an instruction book. You can see that for a Lego set. And like both Rob and I, we had shifts. And it took us a few days to put this together. She saw this on YouTube.
She had fun with it, though.
Yeah. Saw this on YouTube Kids. It's like a giant Lego set. What I want to know, if there's any Lego fans out there, is what do you do with the Lego set after it's all put together? Because this thing is like a haunted high school, I think it was, or a haunted house. And it came in 9 bags. And so when, people talk about like taking setting up a board game and taking down a board game. But I mean, taking down a Lego set, like it came in 9 bags, and it was really a lot of detailed work,
I think we're
step
just
by
need to get
step in each
it
bag. So if we take it apart and we don't put it in the 9 bags, I don't know how we're going to get it back together again. Yeah. But anyways, we also got fun Christmas gifts, and this was a really cool promo card. We got Krampus. What was it? Punisher the Naughty from Kamigami Battles. I have to cover part of it because some people don't like anime art. From our friends at Japanime. And just, it's always so nice around the holidays when people reach out and just, wish us happy holidays. So nice. So we tried to take the week off. We didn't exactly take the week off, but we really needed some downtime with our family. And that was really nice. I hope everyone got time to spend with their families. We had a giveaway. So we have been doing, for anyone who hasn't been here in a couple of weeks, we've been doing weekly giveaways. You don't have to be on this call, but you have to enter to win. Katie can post the link below. So on our last live stream, we had a giveaway for Hero Realms plus 5 character packs. And I want to congratulate the winner for that was Mark Ullman from Germany. So these are worldwide. We will ship. Nice. Sometimes it takes us a little bit of time to ship because due to COVID, we're not shipping out as regular as we were before. But Mark, you'll be receiving Hero Realms and character packs in Germany. And this week we have a new giveaway. Let me
this is a cool one.
Graphics. Well, yes, my favorite game for art, Sorcerer. This is very creepy and dark. So you'll win the base game of Sorcerer, which is a game where you play an evil sorcerer and you're battling an evil sorcerer. I've played it as 2-player, but you can play with more players as well. Peter Schultz, the designer of Sorcerer, is often on these calls. And he put so many years of passion into this game before we even met him, and it shows. So if you don't have Sorcerer, you should definitely enter this contest because it is such an amazing game.
Yeah, it's a nice, big, beautiful box set.
Yeah, so here's a copy if you want to show it. It's kind of heavy, so that's why I'm like, Rob, do you want to show it? But yeah, this is the box. It's really beautiful. And it has the UV lighting treatment on the cover. This is, again, the base.
Yeah, it comes with cards, boards, dice, standees. Really pretty.
Michelle does one of my favorite pieces of art, which is, let's see, this way. Not doing very good here, am I? And then this is my other favorite piece of art. So many beautiful, gorgeous, creepy pieces of art in Sorcerer. So yeah, that's our contest this week. And we actually got a lot of shipments this week, which is great because we're what are we going to talk about on the last? Oh, we got all those samples, so we can show samples. You like to see samples, right? So I'm going to hand off to Rob. Oh, actually, do you want to show that the couple pieces of art first, or do you want to show samples?
Oh, we'll go into the samples.
Okay, we're going to show a bunch of samples, and then we have a couple pieces of art from the new Hero Realm set.
So, as people who've been following our Epic and Star Realms High Alert Kickstarter know, we've been struggling through production during the COVID era, but we finally have stuff from the factory. So these aren't samples. These are these aren't proofs. These are actual samples of, okay, they're printing it and they're getting it ready and to ship out. And so we've got the Epic Duel set. There's a nice box set. It's got the thumb cuts, and inside we've got a quick start guide and a rule book. I'm really excited about this set in particular for Epic, because Epic is a little more complicated than our Realms games, and a lot of people have it, but don't really know how to play it. And this quick start guide walks you through a game. The cards actually come, grab these, in the two different decks that it comes with, come in these pre-wrapped things, and they have a little stop. Go check out the quick start guide, and you can see all the cards here. Very
Brian likes your hair.
Beautiful art. Oh, thanks, Brian. And then there's a separate pack with the tokens and such, and we've got this punch out. So in Epic, you have a resource called a gold. Each turn, each player gets 1 gold. So you have these big coins, and when you have your gold available, it's up on this side. When you spend your gold for the turn, you can flip it over. It's nice visual aid, really helpful for new players. And we also have this this banner, which the player whose turn it is has this. A nice indicator of, okay, whose turn are we in, because priority passes back and forth in Epic, where basically when you're attacking or such, you'll have the attacker has the opportunity to play stuff, and the defender back and forth. And sometimes newer players can lose track of, okay, what's going on, whose turn is it? So this is a nice little play aid for that as well. So really excited about the dual set as both an intro for new players, but also really great cards for existing players. We've players who play the Epic app have seen the duels cards in the app itself. We put them in there as well, so you both had a chance to play them. And there's also these oversized reference cards, which has the game terms and a turn flow guide. So basically, just a bunch of little stuff that makes it easier to learn and understand the game. And I'm really excited about the quick start guide. It walks you completely through a game, and it's a lot of fun. We had we put a bunch of work into that. We made a version of it which we were happy with, but then we also had a outside contractor,
Brenna from Quick Silver. I think many of you Quill Silver, and many of you know her.
She did a version of it, and we played through both, and we actually liked hers better, and we went with that. And it's a really nice walkthrough game. Gives a great feeling of how the gameplay goes. We also have Epic Guardians of Goanna, beautiful set, and this one comes with a rule book, the quick start or the reference cards as well. It's got these tokens for when you give +1/+1 counters. So we've got the +1/+1 on one side, and then on the back we've got +2/+2 as well. So you've got those double-sided guys. It also comes with the coins for tracking your gold, and then of course lots and lots and lots of beautiful cards. Got some great token artwork here, and comes with tons of tokens, so you'll have plenty of tokens. So you get a
I like
view
that
of those new cards, and of course, more pack of cards. So both of those sets are complete 2-player games. You can play them on their own, or you can combine them with any of your existing Epic stuff. And of course, we have all kinds of accessories available for Epic, including like card sleeves, etc. So you can Epic's a game where you can play over and over again, play draft, constructed, all kinds of different formats. Super fun. Then we've got, of course, the cards, the packs of cards in addition to those box sets. And we had to make fulfillment faster and more efficient, less error prone. We had the factory take the packs that you'd be getting and put them together in a bag with a list of what's inside. And so we have the 4 different Lost Tribe packs with the different cards for each alignment for that set, and then the Kickstarter promo cards. And I'll just give you a quick peek inside at the wild pack. So you got a nice little rule sheet which tells you the new rules that get introduced in the set, and then lots of really beautiful cards. And you get a set of scorecards for the alignment, which is really nice, and more tokens, of course. So that's the Epic stuff. Super excited about that.
Yeah, I just want to comment on those bags that we had them put together. So the reason why we did that is we've had some issues in the past with incorrect items getting shipped out to backers. So for example, we once had a situation where instead of promo card packs being shipped out to people were getting organized play packs because our fulfillment partner shipped the wrong item to our regional partners, and then they ship those out to backers. So now we do a fulfillment guide where we actually take pictures of each of the items, write out a description of which each item is, and for each tier, these are the items that you need to pick. So any person that's working on fulfilling can look at that if they're not sure if they have the right item. And by grouping and creating these bags, that makes much fewer items that they have to gather. Yeah. And like Rob said, less mistakes. So even though things do happen that go wrong, we have been making an effort to make changes in our processes to like minimize the errors that can go wrong.
Yeah, the logistics involved in fulfilling Kickstarters are intense. Thousands of people getting spread all around the world, getting a bunch of products, plus the ability to add add-ons. It's logistically extremely challenging. Debbie spearheads that process and has been kicking a lot of butt at it.
A lot of people are involved in the
execution.
So many people on our team and so many different partners.
Yeah, Debbie leads Debbie leads the process, but there are a lot of people involved doing a lot of hard work on our team, with our fulfillment partners, and of course shipping and fulfillment is extra challenging right now with COVID. So even though we are getting close to the finish line, there probably will be further delays in the in the shipping process, because just right now, as everything slowed down. But really excited to have the final stuff done and in hand. So we have also the Star Realms High Alert stuff. So we've been showing off cards from these on the stream for quite a while, and we finally have the actual final cards in hand. So these are the different packs. And I'm gonna just show a few cards from the First Strike stuff, because the cards are just so pretty. But I love this guy. It's a really cool card. But yeah, we're just beautiful cards. I think this is the one that is exclusive to Kickstarter backers, and just tons and tons of really awesome cards there. And yeah, I just show off one of these packs. So this is the High Alert Tech pack. Yeah, I actually slit these on the top just so I could, so I would have a chance to check out all the cards, but also show them off to show off the seal, what the sealed packs would look like. Here's here's the stealth card, but yeah, I'm not sure how much of the details in the frame and stuff you can see, but really, yeah, really pretty stuff.
Maybe show off a few of these hero cards.
Oh yeah.
There's actually quite a few. Here's the pack for the Heroes pack. There's quite a few members of our community here in these. So you guys can see that. There's, I think her username is Baby Girl. So many awesome hero cards in this pack. So, and I know you guys have seen the art, but if you're on one of these cards, you might want to see that the actual cards are done.
Yeah, so we're super excited
Shainer's wife
about those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I love when someone wins and then wants to put a family member on the card.
Yeah, that's cool.
Awesome. Yeah.
And we also have the
one more. This one's really cool. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. So the Epic storage box. It's so big, it's hard to get on frame. Okay, so yeah, this is the ultimate storage box for Epic. Really great. Just like the Hero Realms and Star Realm storage boxes in the past, it's really great to have a big box that can hold everything. It's got multiple rows, foam blocks for dividing. It's got a nice cross row here, so your longer cards, like those reference cards, you can put up there if you like. Also comes with its own pack of cards. And again, just the artwork in these games is so cool. But you can show off a few of these. Try and avoid the glare there, but just really cool.
I think we're doing pretty good.
Really cool cards. And then these are one of my favorite elements, the large dividers. So these dividers, I don't know if you can see, but they're thick plastic, and they're tough, and they've got beautiful artwork on them. And so we've got ones for the various sets that the game has. So you can you can see the set names at the top, but so we've got ones for all the different sets and promos and such. And then we also have ones that can help for constructed players. You can see we've got dividers for the different alignments and your cards that are your champions, your events and ambush champions, and your free cards. So the way you would build a deck, thinking about, okay, what am I going to play on my opponent's turn? What card? How many free cards I'm going to have? All those sorts of things. Your collection you can divide up in that method, which is really sweet. And then we have a couple extra blank dividers in there as well. Dividers for your tokens, dividers for decks that you've built. Really great set really great set box for organizing your Epic collection.
Someone had a question. With so many expansions in your many games, are you at all concerned with the rules being too complex and turning people off, similar to MTG? Well, I'm just going to answer quickly that every time we play a game, I'm like, oh, wow, like I didn't know these games are so complicated. So I always feel like our games are very simple compared to most games. I mean, there are exceptions to that. Like we played Hues and Cues over the weekend, and that one was very simple. The rules were really simple, but generally, like we played Calico, which has cats in it, and I thought, oh, this is going to be like a simple, lightweight game, but it had a lot of rules going on. So do you want to?
But so basically, one of the things we try and do is have core sets that are there to introduce the game to people. So, for example, while we've made a bunch of new Epic content, right? Like, we've got all these new Epic sets. Some of them are adding new mechanics and such. So it's making Epic as a whole technically more complicated. However, this Epic Duels starter set we made, we actually made Epic simpler with this set. Where basically Epic has a ton of keywords, but we were like, you know what? Let's make a set and only use 4 of the keywords. Because one of the things we found when demoing Epic is, give players a sheet, and here's this big reference sheet with all the different keywords on it. It's a little intimidating for people when they first start playing. With this, very easy. Four keywords to remember. Got those little reference cards you can have next to you to remind you of it. It's got a playthrough for the game. So and with Star Realms and Hero Realms, the base games are pretty simple. You can pretty much teach that to almost anybody, whether they're a hardcore gamer or not. So people can always start there, on ramp there, try out the games, either digitally or physically, with that very, relatively simple starting product. And then if they like the game, we have these additional sets which do have additional rules and things going on in them, but you can add it piece by piece. And that's something we actually did from the beginning in the design of Hero Realms, where basically we had a cool vision of what to do with Hero Realms. We wanted to create a cooperative leveling deck building game that mashed together a role-playing game with a TCG, a deck building game with a role-playing game, and sort of marry those two together in the game. And so if you have Hero Realms and the character packs and the Rune of Thandar campaign, all those elements together create that experience. We could have obviously boxed that all together in a starting set, but I was concerned that, hey, you got someone who plays Star Realms, maybe they're super casual player, that's the only sort of board gamer game they play, and they get excited and get Hero Realms, and you jump into like campaign play, skill trees for characters, leveling, experience, magic items. I didn't want to make their brains explode. So with the Hero Realms base set, very simple, just as easy to learn as Star Realms in that box set. So a player can start there and then move on to the character packs, experience that, move on to the campaign, experience that. So that's the approach that we take with our complexity. We never add complexity just to have complexity in there. It's always about the gameplay, but we try and piecemeal it out through expansions so that players can on-ramp easily and then add that complexity as they go. And with the expansions, you don't need them. We make sure that the play experience in the base sets are great. Like you could have the base set of Hero Realms and play that thing 100, 1,000 times and have fun games. The replayability is phenomenal just with the base set, no character packs, nothing else. So anyway, that was a very long answer to a short question.
I have a long question here. So what if you really love Hero Realms? Here we go. First of all, congratulations on the beautiful game. I've collected the base game. This is Hero Realms specifically, all 5 characters, the Lich boss deck, and now and the 2 campaigns, the Ancestry pack, the Journeys, but I'm missing the Dragon boss deck. So will it become available? And we also had a previous question about the Star Realms Universal Storage box as well.
So while we did print a lot of those initially, we have sold out on that, and that's actually happens with a lot of our products. Like we'll occasionally like sell out a Star Realms base set or the Frontiers or the Crisis packs or whatnot. And the good news is we do reprint. We just recently did a reprint of the Hero Realms base set. We have a reprint of the Rune of Thandar. We are doing reprints of the Dragon and Lich deck. So that content will be available again. So your local game store will be able to get it, or we'll have it back on our Shopify store, or of course you can get it as an add-on in any of our Kickstarters. And we printed. We were making these storage boxes for Epic. And we took the opportunity to, at the same time, print a reprint of the Star Realms Universal Storage Box. Now, this one is minorly different from the original in that the new method we had, which we used for Hero Realms and then continued on for Epic, where we have this cross wall here. We used that in this new thing. So the first printing had very thick walls between the rows, but no crossbar. We found with the crossbar there, one, it gave you space for keeping your oversized cards that we introduced in Frontiers. but also it gives you extra stability with less size. So it's so the box itself has just as much interior room for your cards, but is a little bit smaller on your shelf. And of course, it's got the awesome plastic dividers, the foam blocks, and a really sweet set of promo cards that come in it. So yeah, the universal storage box for Star Realms is
it's an awesome box.
Yeah.
So awesome. I mean, obviously the Epic one, and we also have one for Hero Realms are same quality, but the quality is just amazing. We bring them like in our suitcases to conventions and put like all our demo
get a lot
sets.
Of use.
Like we bring them. One of the things we did when we did the first design was we did durability testing on it, where like we packed it up, we sleeved it, you know, all the sets, we put it in, and then we carried it around and brought it back and forth home to the office. And, you know, and then we ended up bringing that same, you know, box and put in some additional demo sets to like Germany for Essen and back. So it's really sturdy.
So, so basically, we have a reprint on the way for the Star Realms Universal Storage Box. You know, it'll take a few months to get to actually being available through your game stores, etc. But they are printed. They're packaging them up for shipment. So yes, the Universal Storage Box is back. So yeah, we got all the stuff that was associated with the printing for the Epic Jungle and Star Realms High Alert Kickstarter. Is actually printed. Oh, one thing I wanted to show was grab the right set for it.
We have a couple more questions on Hero Realms when.
So I wanted to show. Last time we showed the card that was misnamed Assault Pod. Here's the actual out of the factory. We were able. On the stream, so basically I was
like, don't worry, these aren't final files. And then I got off the call, and Rob's like, yeah, those.
Not only are the files final, but they've actually been printed. However, we were able to while there's a lot involved at the factories when they make something. So they print the cards and they just, those sit there and they've got the foil packs, and then they've got to pack them together, and then there's many steps in the process. And the card printing was actually done, but we were able to get them to print corrected cards and insert them in the pack. You will notice when you read on the back, it does have the Assault Pod name. We couldn't get the pack corrected, but that's not a big deal. Most people will throw the pack away, but we do have the corrected name on the card.
The cards dry after they print them, right?
There's a drying period, and there's many steps in the process. But we of course reviewed every single card we made, and that was the only one with a naming error. And our guy Adam, who does our editing and awesome graphic design work, super work, and he added yet another step in our proofing process where we have an automated search that will happen in addition to this, so we'll never have that naming issue come up again. So
our designers must be getting old or something. I can't remember the names of our guys.
Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to show that that we were actually able to get that fixed and put into the actual final product.
So one question we have is from like this username Hell Nuker, who was also the same person that said they had everything and they were looking at one of the boss decks. They've also noticed, and this has come up in our Discord channel also, once people get into Heroes and like, hey, I love this game, and this goes for like, our other games as well. Oh, then they see people mentioning cards that they don't have, and they don't see them on our retail store. So can you comment on that?
So there are some cards that are not available in retail. We do Kickstarters from time to time, and there are sets of promo cards that we make for the Kickstarters. And those cards are Kickstarter exclusive, which means they're available through the Kickstarters and also sometimes at promotions or special events. We might give them away as prizes, or might be available to buy at a convention. That's those sorts of things. Those you can, if you are coming to the game now and you're like, oh man, I want to get these. The easiest way to do it is by backing any White Wizard Games Kickstarter, and we make in the Kickstarters, we've basically got like a Disney Vault equivalent of, basically we've got all the Kickstarter exclusive stuff from all our games is available as add-ons with any of our Kickstarters. So you can pick them up there. Or of course, people sometimes sell them on the secondary market, but they might be a lot more expensive in that fashion. So
twice as expensive.
Yeah. So if you're backing the original Kickstarter, those cards are usually free. They're stretch goals, etc. That backers just get as a cool thing for backing the Kickstarter. And then in future Kickstarters, we just assign like a price to them, like, oh, it's $20 for this set of promos from this previous Kickstarter, and so you can pick those up on any of our Kickstarters. And eventually, promo cards will be reprinted with new artwork and put into packs available retail. We have promo pack 1 from Star Realms from our original Kickstarter, like 7 years ago or whatever it was.
It takes us a while.
But basically, so eventually they'll make it into packs, but with new art. So if you have the Kickstarter original ones, they'll always be special as they have the original artwork.
So, well, this is probably a good question going into, and I see all these other questions. So don't worry, we're going to get to all of them. So don't worry if we don't see your question. I mean, if we haven't answered your question, it's probably because I'm decided to wait to the end. But where was this one? That was Helmuker, I think, asked, or no. Oh, here we go. So NT wanted to know, First Wizard Weekly, welcome. Yeah. Thanks everyone for coming, and wanted to know, what are the future plans for Hero Realms? Are there going to be 3 parts of the campaign, 6 character packs? What are we thinking?
Sure.
So I thought this was a good question to lead into our.
Yeah. So actually, very soon we have some cool new content coming for Hero Realms. Obviously, recently we delivered on the last Hero Realms Kickstarter, so we've gotten new sets out now, and our team has been hard at work for quite a while on new Hero Realms content. We've got a Kickstarter coming this year this winter for Hero Realms, and here's an example artwork from the new box set. So we're going to have a new box set for Hero Realms. It'll be the equivalent of Star Realms has Star Realms base set and Colony Wars and Frontiers, all of which can be played on their own or combined with each other to be able to have more players or to just have more variety in your deck. Doing the same thing here. This is art from a card from that new box set that we've got. There will also be new character packs. So we're going to have a new box set. We're going to have 5 new characters. And the campaign will continue. The campaign story arc is 5 box sets long. And the 3rd box set is will likely be part of this Kickstarter as well. So we've got new Hero Realms base set, new character packs, the next chapter in the campaign, and also for these new character packs, we're going to have adventure packs for them. Basically, if you've played the Ruin of Thandar campaign, you know that there is stuff to level up your characters that comes in the campaign set. In the Ruin of Thandar base set, you have the entire skill tree for the wizard and the cleric and the ranger, the thief, etc. And you also have magic items, treasures that you can find through the campaign. And in the Lost Village, you don't have any more skill cards because you already got those, but you do have more treasures that you can find. So obviously, if you're taking one of these new characters and you want to play them through the Rune of Thandar campaign, you're not going to have the magic items and the skill tree cards for them in there. So what we've done is we've made the character packs, and then as a separate pack that you can get their skill tree and all the magic items that will take all the treasures and the magic items that'll take them through all 5 of the campaign sets will be available in that, and they're labeled in order of which encounter would you be eligible to get this as one of your random magic items. So that Kickstarter is coming to Kickstarter in the next few months, and we are super excited about it. Oh yeah, another piece of artwork. So we've got beautiful art, some new game mechanics, more campaign, and most exciting for me personally is a new set of characters, which really which of course gives you so much so much variety of play, and of course we'll have stretch goals promo cards there. So those promo cards we were talking about, those hard to find cool extra promos you can get, yeah, that'll be your chance. And I suspect, knock on wood, I think it'll be a really good Kickstarter, and we'll unlock a whole bunch of promos, because Hero Realms is quite a popular game. So, and this Kickstarter's got awesome content.
So Uncle Muckus or Mucus, I was wondering if you have a video or something. So we've had some questions about setup on Rune of Thandar, on setup takedown. So we've been discussing about doing some videos. We don't have a video right now for this, so they're specifically asking about the final boss in the Rune of Thandar. But that's something that we will. That's
a great idea.
I mean, we could live stream on Tabletopia. So Hero Realms, the base game's on Tabletopia, but we, for our team, also have access to do some campaign stuff if we wanted to demo it. We haven't tested it and kind of shared out with the world at this point. So either on the table with our sophisticated live stream, no cameras falling off the tripod or batteries dying ever set up, we could do that. No, seriously, we've actually gotten pretty good, I think, at doing it, and we could do that. So we just need to schedule some time. If people have specific things that they'd like to see, I also would like to see, personally, I think it would be cool, well, not like to see, but to share with the community, showing gameplay of the multiplayer in various formats for Star Realms as well. So we have a lot of cool formats for Star Realms, and when we demo at conventions, we're kind of limited on time and resources and training everyone up. So we just show the 2-player. We don't show 3-player. We don't show there's, what are some of the other ones? What's the Emperor?
The Emperor.
That sounds awesome. I haven't played it, but I want to. So yeah, I would love to show that. But if there's specific things in any of our games that you would like to see, I am going to start scheduling. It might be me and Rob. It might be other people on the team. If anyone in the community is interested in live streaming on our channel or on their channel, some of these different play modes as well. I do often encourage reviewers to do some of the different formats, but they tend to focus on the base format. So we can look at doing, but we'll have to play through the final bosses, Rob.
Yeah. So he's asking in his thing, saying his party is yet to defeat them. And maybe he's doing something wrong. And possibly,
no, we make it hard.
Possibly, but yeah, they are designed to be hard. So Danny and Ben, the designers of the campaign set, have a philosophy of, if you're playing this on normal mode, it's going to be really challenging, because people tend to get more enjoyment out of a significant challenge. There's more replayability, etc. So there is no shame, by the way, in going to one of the easier modes, like the hard mode or the normal mode is very challenging. So you will lose a lot. But we can do a playthrough and sort of show, and maybe there is some little rule that you're getting wrong, which is making it harder. But
I'd be lying if I said we won every time we play.
No, not close.
When we played with the kids, we got so close. I was like, can we just pretend we won the first so we can move to the next?
Yeah. So
but it is hard.
Yeah,
but that's part of the challenge,
Yeah. It's so intentionally difficult. But yeah. So when you beat it, you can feel really good about it.
But there is the different modes, so maybe we
Yes.
can show in a video like how you would play it if you wanted to play on the easier mode or the harder mode. Let's see. Make all bosses. Oh, well, that's a cool idea. Bosses, Tibus, Dragon, Lich, all oversized cards. Plastic, even like the box dividers. I think that's a cool idea. Part of it is, then we would need a bigger package for those products. And, there's a lot of thought that goes into it. All right. Still trying to find the con promos. Okay. So someone's still trying to find that. So we will be doing more of our con promos, our sort of like previous con promos through the Board Game Geek store. I know people have trouble finding the convention promos, so I've been trying to like dig various ones up because as part of our partnership with Board Game Geek, they have some of our promo cards for sale. So I'm going to be sending them some additional ones for sale. That's as part of our partnership, like they help us promote our Kickstarters and help us promote our games so more people, find our games and find our Kickstarters so we can unlock more stretch goals. So we will see more of that. And I did create, because some people asked, a trading channel in our Discord server. So maybe, Katie, if you can post the Discord link. So if people are interested in trading or looking for specific cards. And as we come across cards, we are also doing them for organized play prize support. So you'll occasionally see various ones. So depending on who's running the tournament, we try to send different things to different people. So basically a couple times a year. This past year, it might have only been once in the year. We send out prize support to the many, many different people that are running tournaments for Star Realms specifically. And so we try to get them the ones that are difficult to find. Some of them, like Admiral's Tabletop, I don't think we have any more of those. That's one that we are not allowed to reprint because it has likenesses of famous people like Will Wheaton on there.
Yeah, they were very gracious letting us print it in the first place, but basically part of the deal with printing it was, okay, you can only, you can't do reprints.
Okay, and I'm just going to quickly look through the questions and see if we've answered all of them. If anyone has any final questions, you can post them now. And Rob, if you have anything else you want to talk about while I'm looking through here.
So I'm just going to show off. So we've gotten samples of foil cards for Star Realms for the deluxe Nova collection. Did an update on that Kickstarter page talking about our process and trying to make the foils exactly how we want them to be and how it's significantly longer, more iterations than we had initially thought it would be. And the different techniques we're trying, but I'll show you some of the cards live. So get to the ones that we like the most. So here, I'm just trying to show the foiling effect here. So in these, certain parts of the card have the foil effect on them, and certain parts don't, based on what's going on in the artwork for those. So we really like the way that particular effect works, and we're making a couple more tweaks to those. Just trying to find more of that particular effect while Debbie's looking. I'm also looking.
Oh, I did have a question that came up that I popped up here. So someone was asking how late backer credit works because they purchased a late backer credit. So when our Kickstarters end, we generally do have a late backer credit. So if you miss the Kickstarter, because literally like every time, not even 5 minutes after the Kickstarter ends, I have people messaging me like, I missed the Kickstarter. How can I get in? So we, talked and decided to, offer this late backer credit. So late backer credit is a certain dollar amount. And then generally we set it at like the lowest tier. It's usually like $30 or something like that. And what happens with the late backer credit is, well, one thing, you're not getting the Kickstarter updates because you have to be a backer in the Kickstarter to get those updates. So if you're not sure if you are going to back or not, and you might back or you might late back, I do recommend that you at least back for $1 in the campaign, and you're also not contributing to stretch goals. So, there's a lot of reasons to participate in the campaign itself. But if you choose to do late backer, and people do it for a lot of reasons, you will get added into the pledge manager. When the pledge manager goes live, you'll get an email. Sometimes you get your pledge manager like a week later. It's just a process to get that data in for CrowdOx. You'll get a pledge manager, and it depends, but normally we put you in at the lowest tier, and then you can upgrade to any tier, and then you can add on any of the add-ons. So you'll see the same catalog that everyone else sees in the pledge manager. And so whether you're a Kickstarter backer or a late backer, if you're a Kickstarter backer, you can put in extra money to go towards stretch goals during the Kickstarter campaign. You'll see a credit in your account. If you're a late backer, then you'll have to put in additional funds to get those add-ons, because you'll just have purchased that specific dollar amount. It'll be put in at the lowest tier, but it will look like a website. It will list all of our products by product category, and we always include the Kickstarter exclusive promo cards. So if you're looking for any of our games, Kickstarter exclusive promo cards, that will always be an option in the pledge manager. And then you select what you want, and then you use your form of payment to make a payment to pay for that in the pledge manager itself. So right now we're using CrowdOx for pledge manager. So when I say pledge manager, that's a generic term, but it's a survey that comes from CrowdOx. That will probably eventually change to BackerKit, because BackerKit bought CrowdOx. So they're going to be like merging their technologies, but I hope that answers. But if that didn't answer all of your questions, you can ask more questions here. And if you're not sure when is this going to be coming out, you can send an email to support@whitewizardgames.com. You can ask on here. Like, we often get people asking in the comments, hey, when's the pledge manager coming out for XYZ? We do often get people asking, hey, when the late backer closes, they want to know, can I now still get into the late backer? I notice, hey, it's gone off the website, So the reason why it goes off the website is Rob mentioned the complexities of the fulfillment process. So we download all the data, we lock the surveys. If you haven't filled out your survey, you can still go in and fill out your survey after that. But we do like the first wave of fulfillment data, we lock it down so we can look at what do we need in each region, because we not only need to get the stuff from the factory to those regions, but we also need to get all the add-ons to the region. So for example, like, we're reprinting sleeves. So those are coming from Taiwan and need to get to all of our regional fulfillment centers, depending on how many people ordered how many of which sleeves, because we also include hard to get items. So sleeves have been in and out of stock. So we've had sleeves and the boxes, even though they're massive and huge to ship around, they're not being offered in every region. So we also try not only to include the Kickstarter exclusive items, but also the more difficult to get items. And so play mats, boxes, sleeves, we will include not every single play mat, but quite a few play mats.
So let's see. I saw we have a question update on the Hero Realms app. Digital team has been hard at work on this. We've got a little bit of divide and conquer going on, where we've got some people working on the campaign side of things, and other people working on the PvP play, various modes, work continues. We are, it's definitely going to be a while before we're ready with the alpha for it, but it's coming along. When it does not run into bugs, it is super fun. So yeah, we're moving along.
Cool. I'm not sure what this question's asking from Brain Games. Please make the rules guidelines for the market deck. This is, I think, for Hero Realms. Else rename it to the Sky. Maybe it's Star Realms, because we have so many expansions. So I don't know if this is, do you put because you said else rename it the skyscraper deck, maybe because it gets so tall if you have so many expansions. So maybe there's some rules on using part of it. I'm not sure.
You could always shuffle it up and just take the top section, and you don't know what's going to be in it because you haven't looked, and just have that on the table. And if you somehow go through all of it, you could grab the rest of it from off table. I've also seen people take their market, shuffle it up, and put it into 5 piles. And and then basically just flip over the top card on each pile, so the market has little five small decks in it, and they just flip over the card when that particular card gets replaced. So that's another sort of house rule that people do if they've got got all the stuff and they're playing everything together.
Yeah, and someone else had asked, hey, are we having new class in Hero Realms? They missed it. So yes, we're having 5 new characters in Hero Realms in
that will be part of a Kickstarter coming coming in the next few months. So very excited about it.
Any updates on the German reprint? So we're reprinting Hero Realms and the character packs and the boss decks in German. So the update on that is just before vacation, I think I mentioned that we were going to meet with another German publisher. So we've met with 2 different German publishers, and we have a bunch of actions out of that meeting that we're working through, but we still haven't made a decision on if we're going to print or they're going to print, but we've gotten some of our questions answered, because I mentioned also we had some questions that we didn't have the answers to. So if we are going to print them, but the files are ready. So I expect over the next month or so we'll make a final decision. It's not going to be this week, but it's fine if you want to ask on these calls. I'll give you an update of what I know, but we would like to potentially work with a German partner, because there are a lot of questions that come up. So, we're exploring. We were ready to print. We were going to print ourselves. And then, people approached us through our former German partner, Blackfire, who used to publish our product. And so we're looking at that option. So it's delaying us, but we want to make the right decision for the German market. And we also do plan whatever the processes that we go through to bring those games to market, to also print the rest of the Hero Realms expansions and all of the Star Realms expansions in German as well, because I know we've gotten asked that, so I'll just mention that. Okay, and then I think Rise of Empire. Rob, I mean, this is good. That's going to be like another hour if you guys want to hear about that.
So Rise of Empire. Actually, from a gameplay perspective, game mechanics perspective, and play perspective, Rise of Empire design and development's actually done. Like basically, we've that's in the can. However, there is a lot that goes into making a Star Realm set, and even more that goes into this legacy set. We are currently in the graphic design stage for things like the upgrade, the stickers that get added to your cards to convert the existing the factions, the kingdom and the consortium and the scavengers, to bring them into either the Star Empire or into the Trade Federation. And exactly what those look like and how they're laid out, etc. Vito, who did the graphic design for the original Star Realms, has been doing the graphic design for these, and they look awesome. We also have to our upcoming work on that involves things like figuring out the exactly how we're packaging each portion of the game, each part of the story, because this is a legacy game where as you play, it will change, and there are cool things that get revealed to you as you play, and surprises and cool stuff. And we want to have that look nice, etc. We are in the, we've got 90% done and 10% to go, but that last 10% is all about half the work, it seems, every time. So yeah, very excited about it. The gameplay is phenomenal. We love it. And that's going to be coming to Kickstarter this summer. And we're hoping because of the complexity of this project, because it's a legacy thing, I want to have as much of it done and complete so that we can go from when the Kickstarter ends, go into actual printing as soon as possible, because we've learned the hard way that some of the things that seem like they're going to be easy, you actually take quite a bit of time. Multiple iterations. We're a bit of perfectionists on stuff, want to make it come out just so we're trying to get as much of that done pre-Kickstarter as we possibly can.
Thank you. That was very succinct.
I kept it short.
I've gone into great detail on past Wizard Weeklies, but we'll be sharing more of that. So Peter, the designer of Sorcerer, says Happy New Year. He joined a little late. I mentioned you earlier, Peter. Our weekly giveaway is featuring the Sorcerer base game, and we ship worldwide. So we'll be posting that around if people want to enter. And then, Brain Game suggested, and I think it's a good idea. We've thought about doing it, but we haven't yet, a game room tour. So we're actually getting another Kallax. We have 2 Kallaxes, the one behind me and one that I'm looking at across the room, full of games, but I'm actually getting a third one. I'm clearing out our dining room to turn that into our play testing, prototype building room, because I don't have enough room on our shelves for like all these samples that come and the prototypes and stuff. So, but we can definitely
also
do
our games. We end up getting more.
We have a lot of games.
Yeah,
so right now we have our games on here, but I keep getting piles of samples and prototypes. I'm like, all right, I need another room for that. And then, we can do that. We can show also Rob's office in the other room. Maybe I'm hoping to get that done in the next couple of weeks. I've been working towards it because I needed to clear out the various pieces of things that we have in the dining room so that I can put the Kallax up down there. And debating about, should I use the dining room table, which is this very fancy antique table, or should I get a gaming table? There was a Kickstarter for gaming tables, but like the wait was so long. So for now, we'll probably use the dining room table, which is what we've been doing. And then let's see. All right, that's what. What's the status on High Alert? That's our final question, Rob.
So we were showing those off earlier. Final cards printed at the factory. They're packaging stuff up right now to get so that we'll in the next few weeks we're going to be shipping it out from the factory and shipping it. Then it'll go to fulfillment centers worldwide. Then from the fulfillment centers out to the backers. So it's done. But we have the hard work of fulfillment ahead. And of course, in the time of COVID, shipping is slow and painful. So we're going to get it to our backers as quickly as we can. But cards are done, and we're super excited about it.
I'm really excited. So thank you, everyone. I think that's it for today. We'll see you next Tuesday. And it seemed like we had some new people. So thanks for joining. Bye.